Усім
Good morning, everyone. We start our work at Press Center of Ukraine Crisis Media Center, and I give the floor to Colonel Dmytro, spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, with the information on the activities of the Ministry of Defense over the past 4 days. Good morning, everyone. Within the defense training on territorial defense, on the whole territory of Ukraine go on 10 days training of citizens liable to conscription. The reserve servicemen who arrived to the military commissariat received new uniform and arms. They were distributed among various units and took an oath of allegiance. They have engineer, special training, medical training, fire training, and tactical training. The training is conducted by experienced servicemen who participated in combat in the east of Ukraine. In addition, in Kharkiv National University of Air Forces started course of training for students of the Faculty of Future Reserve Servicemen. On the last year of the faculty, there are almost 1,000 students from various cities of Ukraine. They arrived from 37 civil universities of Kharkiv, Poltava, Mykolaiv, Chernigov, and Kremenchuk. The graduates of the faculty had training in 23 military professions. During 2 years of education, they had theoretical training on general tactical, special tactical, military technical, and special military training and training in methodology of work with the personnel. They were trained in special classes with sample of weapons, with military equipment that are present in the university. During July, they will have field training, after which they will pass final examination. They will take an oath of allegiance to Ukrainian people and then receive the rank of junior lieutenant of reserve. In Kozhedub, Kharkiv National University of Air Forces finished a scientific practical conference on the topic Contemporary War, Humanitarian Aspect. In hearings participated scientists from 30 universities and research institutions from 15 cities of Ukraine. The participants shared their experience and discussed pressing issues of social, psychological, and social legal aspects of contemporary wars, and in particular anti-terrorist operation in the east of Ukraine. A group of children aged from 7 to 17 years from frontline village Krymske in the Luhansk region arrived for rehabilitation to Center of Medical Rehabilitation and Truskavetsky. They arrived there under the patronage of the Minister of Defense of Ukraine. Before that, children from the east of Ukraine had rest in a summer camp Lisova Zastava in Kyiv region. Military policemen from Lithuania continue to learn the Ukrainian colleagues within the course Security Guard for VIP persons. This training was conducted within the activities of Multinational United Coordination Committee for Military Cooperation and Defense Planning. More than 20 servicemen from the second year started training. They are trained by Lithuanian instructors in one of facilities of the military service of order. The course includes best experience of foreign partners, and it has 200 academic hours. The majority of trainings are practical trainings. And one more unit of Armed Forces of Ukraine had intensive training according to NATO standards that took place in the International Security and Peacekeeping Center of the National Academy of Ground Forces. Ukrainian soldiers were trained according to the program of the United Multinational Training Group Ukraine by Ukrainian instructors and foreign instructors. And in Odessa, in the 59th House of Officers, finished a competition of military psychologists of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The head of Chief Department of Psychological Support of the Armed Forces gave valuable gifts for winners, among which there are representatives of Special Operation Forces, High Mobile Paratroop Forces, and Air Forces. The aim of the competition was to promote best practices of psychologists of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, to improve the expertise of the participants, to share experience and learn new methodologies, to form active professional position of these psychologists. Over the last week, military engineers in the east of Ukraine cleared from mines and explosive devices 3 hectares of land. During this time, they disposed 264 explosive devices. In total, since the start of the conflict in the east of Ukraine, military engineers of the Armed Forces of Ukraine disposed more than 152,800 mines and explosive devices and cleared from them more than 1,880 kilometers of road and 3,070 hectares of land in the Donetsk and Lugansk region. Since the start of the conflict, more than 41,500 servicemen received awards from the Ministry of Defense. 13,320 servicemen and staff members of the Armed Forces of Ukraine received state awards. Since the start of the anti-terrorist operation, more than 206 servicemen and staff members of the Armed Forces obtained status of combat participant. And in the end, I would like to inform you that since yesterday, continuous training of Ukrainian team that will participate in Invictus Games. Let me remind you that this is a training for wounded servicemen who were wounded in action. This training will continue until 16th of July. There are 28 sportsmen, 6 trainers, and 3 doctors. In the nearest days, the press center of the Ministry of Defense will invite mass media to make a coverage of the training. If you want to know more, please follow our updates on our website. Thank you. The next press conference starts at 10:30.